Hello everyone, welcome to High-Tech Study Plus. This is the second part of our video on the chapter Light. So now let us discuss about the image formation by spherical mirrors. How exactly do we locate an image? Now each small portion of an object acts as a point source. Suppose this is an object. Now each point acts as a point source and there are infinite number of rays that come out of this point source, and therefore it is inconvenient to use all these infinite number of rays in the ray diagram. So it is convenient to use two rays to locate an image. Now any two of the following rays can be used. A ray parallel to principal axis after reflection passes through the principal focus in concave and appears to diverge from the same in the convex mirror. Now let us consider this image. This ray is incident on the mirror and after reflection it passes through the focus. Similarly, in this figure, this is the image formation. In the case of a convex mirror, the ray which is incident gets reflected in this direction and it appears to diverge from the focus of the mirror. So a ray parallel to principal axis after reflection passes through the focus in concave mirror and appears to diverge from the same in the convex mirror. Now the alternate of this is, suppose a ray passes through the principal focus of the concave mirror or is directed towards the principal focus of the convex mirror, then it emerges parallel to the principal axis. This is the principal axis. This is the principal axis here, this is the principal axis here. So consider this ray. It is directed towards the focus in case of the concave mirror. It emerges parallel to the principal axis. Now in this case, this ray is directed towards the focus of the mirror. So it emerges parallel to the principal axis and this distance also remains the same, as these two lines are parallel to each other. Now if the ray of light passes through the center of curvature in concave lens or is directed in its direction in the case of convex lens, then it returns along the same path. Now consider this ray. It passes through the center of curvature, so it is reflected back in the same direction. Consider this ray. It is directed towards the center of curvature. So now let us consider another ray. Suppose a ray is incident obliquely. Obliquely means that a ray makes a certain angle. So if this ray is incident obliquely to the principal axis and it is directed towards the poles, then laws of reflection will apply. That is, angle I is equal to angle R and the reflected light makes equal angle with the principal axis. Now let us consider this. This ray of light is directed towards the pole P and this is the principal axis, so it gets reflected in this direction. Now here is angle I, here is angle R. So angle I will be equal to angle R. Same is the case in the convex mirror. Angle I is equal to angle R. Now let us discuss the image formation by concave mirror. Suppose the object is at infinity and let us consider two rays emanating from it. This ray after reflection will pass through the focus because it is parallel to the principal axis, and this ray will also do the same. So the image will be formed at focus and we can see here very clearly that it is diminished to a point. So the image form will be real, it will be inverted and it will be highly diminished in this case, and the image will be formed at focus. Here is the image. Now suppose the object AB is beyond the center of curvature. Now we can take the rays as this ray which passes through the center of curvature, it will return in the same direction, and this ray which is parallel to the principal axis will return passing through the focus. So they meet at this point. So here we can draw the image as this. This is A dash and this is B dash. A dash B dash is the image of AB. In this case also the image is real. It is inverted and it is formed between center of curvature C and focus F, and in addition to this, this is diminished but not highly diminished because it is not reduced to a point size as was in the previous case. So we write it as diminished. Now let us consider the case in which the object is at the center of curvature. Suppose this ray starts from the top and it is parallel to the principal axis. After reflection it passes through the focus, and this ray, it passes through the focus and is reflected parallel to the principal axis. So these two rays, they join here. So if I draw its image, it will be this. So it is inverted, it is real, it can be obtained on a screen, it is of same size as object, and it is formed at C. Now let us consider a case in which the object is between C and F, center of curvature and focus. This ray is parallel to the principal axis, so after reflection it will pass through the focus. This ray will return in the same direction, so the image will be formed beyond C. So this image is real, it is inverted, and as it is completely visible, it is a bit enlarged and it is formed beyond C. Now let us consider a case in which the object is at the focus. So this ray is parallel to x-axis, so after reflection it will pass through the focus. This ray will return in the same direction. So as we can see, these two rays, they move towards infinity. So the image will be formed at infinity, and of course this image will be highly enlarged, and it will be real and it will be inverted. Now let us consider a case in which the object is between focus and pole. So let us consider this ray which is directed towards the pole. If this angle is I, this angle is R. Suppose I is equal to 39 degree, then R will also be equal to 39 degree as per the law of reflection. Angle I is equal to angle R. So this is the case. This line will be reflected in this direction. Suppose this is the second ray, then it will return in this direction and it will pass through the center of curvature. Now if we extend these two rays, then they meet here, so the image is formed here. So as we can see that this image is formed beyond the mirror, and as well it is virtual, it is erect, as we can see it stands upright, not inverted, and this image will be enlarged. Now let us consider the difference between real image and inverted image. In the case of real image, all the rays they converge, but in case of virtual image, all the rays appear to diverge from. In this case, as we can see, all the rays have been drawn backwards, and these rays, the reflected rays, they appear to diverge from this particular point, but in all other cases the rays actually converge. Now the real image can be obtained on a screen, but the virtual image cannot be obtained on a screen. So these are the differences between real and virtual image, and as we have already discussed, an erect image refers to an upright image. If this is the object and this is the image, then the image is erect, and if this is the object and this is the image, then it is inverted. Now let us discuss about the uses of concave mirror. The concave mirror are used in torches, searchlights, vehicle heads, and these are used by dentists to see the tooth of the patient, and these are used in solar furnaces to generate heat. That's all for today. In our next class, we shall continue with this.